Hey, Todd, Liles here with Service Excellence Training. I got James here from Plum Tight. We're going to go get a smoothie. He's got guys here at the training facility, but he just said something, and I thought it was, interesting. I'm gonna hand the phone off to him, so don't worry here. Yeah, I'm in the car. So this is what he said. He said we don't charge a service fee, and then I was like, whoa, because now I'm curious about that. So let me hand this to you, so we're safe. You know how to do the whole selfie thing, right?
I do.
There you go. And all right, so you guys are growing like crazy. You're growing like mad. You're not charging a service fee, which is interesting. And you were explaining why, because, I'm not opposed to a service fee. A lot of our clients use service fees.
Sure.
So what's the deal with that, man? Why are you guys not charging a service fee?
Well, quite honestly, we decided to stop charging a service fee because of the fact that we felt that our customers were asking for a different experience, and we wanted to provide that to them. And also because of the fact that we felt like it was incumbent upon us to win their business each and every time. And that includes our presentation, the way that we support that person when they call in, and how we answer the phones, as well as, again, the way that we present everything that we do and how we do it differently than our competitors. So if we walk into somebody's house and we didn't earn that business, we feel okay with walking away with $0 because, quite frankly, that means we didn't do our jobs correctly. And that's a big turn in the service industry, in my mind.
Okay, so point it over here.
Sure.
All right. He is the director now. Okay, so here's my question. This is the first thing that went through my mind, is that diagnostic fee serves as a little bit of barrier, or at least it seems to have in the past, served as a little bit of barrier to the guys that might be just pure price shoppers. And so the first thing that went through my mind is when you said we're not charging a diagnostic fee, is I wonder how many guys are getting wigged out by the investment when they see it, because I know you guys are retail, you're doing flat rate, you're doing it the right way, you're not lowballing.
Absolutely.
So here's my question to you: is you're not charging a service fee. What about those clients? Are you getting some of the price shoppers more than others? You can flip back around to you now.
So my answer to you would be the fact that we do actually charge a diagnostic fee if we are going to do work. So no service fee means that we don't simply show up at the door expecting, $65, $75, $85, $95 before we've ever done anything whatsoever. If the customer asks us to give them a price simply to replace an item, then we will give that price and we'll give the presentation to do so. But if the customer asks us to literally do a diagnosis of whatever the problem is, and we feel that that's the best thing to do as well, then we do charge a pretty nominal diagnosis fee to do that actual work. Now, there are times when we take off the diagnosis fee as well, if we want to actually do the work and it's a bigger scope job, or if we feel like that's what's best for the customer. But quite frankly, the reason why we do things that way is because of the fact that we feel that, again, it is earning the trust of our business and trust and business of the customer, which ultimately leads to repeat business from that same customer over and over again.
Okay, so this is new to me, so flip it back. So I just found this fascinating. I like to hear about the way people do business. So let me see if I understand what you guys are doing. Your customer calls in, you're saying we don't have a service fee. We come to you for $0. Client shows up and they go, look, I know what I want you to do. I just want a new toilet. It doesn't need diagnosing. So in that case, there's no diagnostic fee and there's no service fee. You just put a new toilet and you go. But what if you show up and the heater's not working? So then they don't know what the problem is. So at that point, you're charging a diagnostic fee and you explain that to them. Am I understanding it correctly?
Yeah, I think that the right way to approach that, as far as the way that our business works, is that our tech would explain to that person, hey, listen, there's a multitude of different things that could be going wrong with your system, and so what we're going to do is, with your permission, we're going to charge you this diagnosis fee, and what that includes is us doing a full inspection of your unit to find, again, truly the right solution for the right price. And again, at that point, we are getting the sign off from the customer saying that they are willing to pay that diagnosis fee to give them the absolute best options to move forward and to give them informed decisions instead of just telling them this is what you should do or should not do.
Okay. What are you charging? Like, what is the standard diagnostic fee, or are there levels of diagnostic?
So a standard diagnostic fee is going to be $85 if we have to do a pretty in-depth diagnosis, but we've done lower as well, so it can vary based upon what the situation may be. But 85 is basically the very, very top of the chain if we're again performing work to give that customer a complete diagnosis of what their problem is and what the best solutions would be to fix that, as well as the options for replacing.
All right. Well, okay. So that's interesting. I just wanted to unpack that because, most of you guys are telling someone of a service fee up front or a diagnostic fee up front, and they're doing it a little differently. They're advertising no service fee, no diagnostic fee. Well, let me rephrase that. They're not advertising no diagnostic fee. I don't want to misquote. They're advertising no service fee.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get there and you find that you do need a diagnostic, then you can charge for that. Now, I find that fascinating because one of the things that I hear as a semi-common complaint from guys that are new to flat rate is, especially on the electrical side, is they go, well, how do you properly diagnose for such a limited fee? Depends upon what you're charging. That might be an option for you then. But I do think that there's something that's important here, and this is what I'm going to hopefully take away. These guys are growing really well. They got them a nice message that they're going to market with. But what I see a lot of people do, and I think this is a mistake, and this will go back to Ryan's the first question, is that they're not getting the client initially to say yes. And I think that becomes more and more and more important. And with not having a service fee, that's a great way to get the client to say yes. And you might have answered it clearly, but I'm going to ask you in short phrase, because it's still the thing that I'm concerned about, right? It's like no diagnostic fee, or pardon me, no service fee.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you get people that get wigged out when you do ask for a diagnostic fee when it's needed? And that's my last question. We'll end on that.
I would say that we have less than 5% of customers who do not understand, and our techs do a great job of being trained and understanding how to deal with that question. But quite honestly, it's very, very rare that we ever get any pushback on the diagnostic fee, because at that point, again, we've built that relationship with that customer, and the customer feels that we are the right company to go forward with. So we find that at that point, we've already gotten the yeses we need to go forward with the rest of the work.
Okay. So, interesting. No service fee, diagnostic fee if it's needed. My brain keeps spinning on other questions like, what if the client doesn't want a diagnostic and just wants you to do their repair? Do you accept any liability for warranty? I mean, this could be explored in a lot of different fashions, but I'm not going to do that. It's already 8 minutes we're in. So here's the thought. Any of you guys do anything similar to that? Anything like that? I'd love to know. Leave your thoughts, comments below. And as always, this is Todd Liles helping you turn learning into earning. See you next time.